video of the bearded car guy. Today I'm going to be talking about the RS6. Not just any RS6, but the black RS6 that you saw in my last video. This RS6 is a 2017 performance model in Panther Black. In the performance model you get 7k worth of extras, 45 more horsepower. 45 more horsepower making up to 597. That takes your 0 to 60 down by 0.2 seconds. Not a hell of a lot, but obviously worth it. Also with that £7 you get loads of other stuff like titanium grade detailing or an exclusive wheel design and also an upgraded sports exhaust. As well as that you get Alcantara trim. But Dan, the guy that owns the car, put even more Audi extras on it, such as heads up display, heated rear seats, red calipers. I think the red calipers look fantastic, just poking out of that entire black sort of theme that he's going for. However, the Audi upgrades weren't enough for Dan. He went extra. Dan's lowered the car, he's had a full paint protection film on it, he's had Perron downpipes, he's got an Irene exhaust, which sounds incredible. Dan has also added the niche Essen 10.5 by 21 alloys. They are insane. They look so good. It's unbelievable. So as you can see, this RS6 isn't just a regular RS6. It's a show boasting RS6. Dan takes it to loads of car meets all over the place, and he just wants to show his car off, as would anyone with that sort of car. So Dan's car will do 0 to 60 in sub 3 seconds. So Dan here has also let me into his RS6. This is the one I've been talking about in my videos, so let's see what this thing can do. These RS6s got so much insulation, haven't they? So you can't really hear it when you're inside it, compared to when it's outside. You can hear it enough though.
Feel the launch.
Have a lot of fun in this. See the smile on your face. The thing that stands out the most for me about Dan's car is the 4-litre twin turbo V8 stage 2 tuned. It creates 760 brake horsepower and 1100 newton meters of torque. That is not far off a McLaren P1. A McLaren P1 is probably one of the best hypercars ever made. So I've got some few numbers here. Bugatti Veyron, 1250 newton meters of torque. That Bugatti Veyron was the fastest car for quite a few years. Ferrari LaFerrari, 900 newton meters of torque. The Porsche 918, 1289 newton meters of torque. The McLaren P1, 900 newton meters of torque. So Dan's car hasn't got as much horsepower, but it's got way more torque. And the fact that Dan's car can do 0 to 60 in sub 3 seconds and the McLaren P1 does it in 2.7, there's no arguing really. If you were going to pick a car, would you get an RS6 or would you get a McLaren P1? 100 grand or a million. A few more numbers. The Lamborghini Aventador, 690 Newton meters of torque. The McLaren 720S, 770 Newton meters of torque. So what I'm trying to get at here is that what Audi have done is they have created a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 monster that can reach unholy amounts of power, more than what the likes of Ferrari, McLaren and Lamborghini are doing in their supercars. So I asked what Dan's favourite thing about this car was the fact that he can put his family in a supercar. And a supercar that's almost as fast as a McLaren P1, or as fast as a LaFerrari, or fast as a 918, or faster than a Lamborghini Aventador. So obviously with all those pros there's got to be a con. There's one, maybe two if you're counting the fuel economy, but who cares? The sheer size of it. I was talking to Dan and he said that the problem is that it is so big with that massive RS6 body kit on it, and it's so long, being an S6, that trying to get into bay parking or even parallel parking, I couldn't imagine that'd be a nightmare. But obviously with all of Audi's technology, all the parking sensors and whatnot, makes it a bit easier, but you can't get away from the sheer size of the thing. And also, the thirst for petrol. It's terrible on fuel economy, but who cares? You've got an RS6 performance. So Dan said he took his mate on a fishing trip abroad. They had the whole car kitted out with gear, and they had him and his mate in the car. He was on the Autobahn, 170 and still pulling, no problem. That's impressive. But the best thing about this car is that it's fast, it's comfortable, and he can put the family in it. And it's a supercar. He can put his family in a supercar. That's pretty much unheard of. There is no competition for the RS6. No one else, no other companies, not BMW, not Mercedes, they do not make a car that is comparable to the RS6, really. Not one that is so massive, so powerful, so comfortable, and for £100,000 you can get this car and you can tune it to exactly how Dan has. So it is faster than most supercars. So guys, if you hadn't noticed already, that one of my favourite cars is the RS6. In fact, no, forget that, it's my favourite car, alright? I'm driving around in an Audi A4 Avant V8.5 at the moment. It's a 1.8 turbo. It's my favourite car I've ever had. To have an RS6 would be my dream car, guaranteed. And then it would be a GTR, definitely. So that's it from me guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some exclusive footage of this RS6.